Okay, on today's JJ's cooking channel and Keanu, it's Domingo 28 Augusta. We're going to do pollo and arroz. So, first, I'm going to do my roast or my arroz. I'm going to do a little olive oil, and I'm going to do a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon in here of turmeric. Then I'm going to do a 1 taza of arroz, and then I'm going to start that. Where'd it go? It's not lighting. Maybe we're out of gas. So we'll do the back burner. This one's not lighting. Anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that, I'm going to, with the oil and the turmeric, kind of let it kind of fry up a little bit, or brown, for a few minutes while and then over here I have my marinated pollo thighs, and I'm gonna take them over here. Kind of crowded right now, but I'm gonna fix that, and we're gonna put them in our oyster steamer, crock pot, everything else. But first, what I need to do is I need to add a cup of agua at the bottom of this, where this little plate is. So there goes my dishes, and then I'm going to add the pollo thighs. I like to put them, the skin upward. A lot of people will do it down, but when you're steaming it, I found it's better to have them upward, because then the juice from the skin goes through the meat rather than going down to the bottom of the. So I gotta stick that in there, and then I hear my rice over here cooking because I have it on high. I should have turned it down. It's browning. There's the turmeric giving the color. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, so we got that. That's doing good. So, and then I'm going to, the remainder of this juice, I'm going to go ahead and just pour it over top of the chicken thighs. And add a little La Fina, as according to taste. A little Negra Pimento, black pepper. And some Rojo Paprika. Put that all on there. And then I'm going to do a little, barely a teaspoon of this pollo bouillon, like a broth. And I forgot to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. I'm gonna put it in with my rice, because it also helps the rice. This is still frying up real nicely. The oil, olive oil, keeps it from burning. And so and the chicken, the pollo, I used this teriyaki marinade. We had a little bit left, so I used that, is what I used. And then I'm going to also, when everything is all done, the rice and the pollo, I'm going to add some soy with it, some tahine, liquid tahine. We love tahine down here. It's usually in the shaker, and but now they have a tahine that's in a liquid, and we always get the chipotle, so it's kind of spicy. And then we get a friend of mine on the YouTube or whatever, instead of saying Worcestershire sauce you can never pronounce, he says it's the worst word in the world, sauce. So we'll do that. I've already done the pollo. I've done the paprika, the pimento, the la pina, turmeric. So now what I'm going to do with this meat is I'll put it on steam, and then down here we go to steam. It says 10 minutes, but I'm going to add, I usually like to do the chicken for about 40 minutes, and then it's on high, and then start, and then it'll go to heat. Once it pressurizes, it'll let the steam out, and then that'll be done. The rice is still browning. It's turning white. So what I'm gonna do is then, let me turn this up a little bit more. I'm going to turn that up a little bit more, and since I did a cup of rice, I'm going to use 2 cups of agua. And now you have to be careful when you do this, because the rice has been browning, that you do a little bit at a time, because it's going to want to steam. The first time I just about burned my whole body. So you just do a little at a time till you get all your cups of water. 2 tazos. And then what I'll do is I'll stir it. Got the pollo, the turmeric, and the other seasonings in there. Then over here at the Grande, I go to timer. Takes a second, and I'm gonna do 7 minutes, momentos, and get that going, and then bring this to a boil for 7 minutes. Sometimes I'll do it a little bit longer, and then I'll put the lid on, and the rice will be done. And then this is still heating up, so it's not quite there yet. So that gives me time to do all my dishes, put things away. Yeah, see. And then I have to put everything away. All of our spices we have in there. There's Keanu right at my feet. So we got the pepper in our little spice rack, paprika. This is all gone, so it's gonna go to the garbage. And like I say, I'm gonna use the soy sauce, the tahine, and the worst word in the world sauce. And I've already done the pollo, so I will stick it back up into, we have marinades. This is our flour and sugar. This is our little cupboard of all my spices and the rice and beans and everything that we use. And so that's that. Okay, so that's going. This is going. This will be heating up here in a second. When it gets done heating up, it'll then go to the thyme, and we'll go from there afterwards, and I'll show you the results. All right. JJ and Keanu are signing out. Adios.